So they'll be calling you a radical, real historic video. This is the birthplace of the greatest criminal enterprise on the face of the earth. This is the birthplace. Ogden, Utah. That's E.O. Wattis's house. Is that a Frank Lloyd Wright? No, it's a Leslie Hodson, who is more important than Frank Lloyd Wright. Tear him down. So this is the birthplace. Oh, you can't stand here. Why? Ogden City maintains this fucking park. This is on the National Registry. Oh boy. E.O. Wattis. Wattis Construction, Floor Construction, Utah are the birthplace of General Electric. Don't cross the line and get on their property. This is the birthplace of the greatest criminal enterprise in human history, bar none. Catch the falling nuclear dead cat. Or the nuke to death, dead cat pounds. Catch the falling nuclear fucking knife in the back. Not only are these the greatest Ponzi scheme, I like how he calls it GEnron, I love it, but I've been calling it GEnocide, genocide with capital G for you know how long I've been doing it. Look it up. YouTube says publish. So this is the greatest crime. They're mass murderers, hardcore mass murder. What about Fukushima? They control the world. The nuclear energy crime syndicate, as I call them, the untouchables. Total, I'm going to put up another video about that psychopath fucking Ed Smart. Oh my God, wait till you see this one. I mean, good Lord. And you know what kills me? There's no investigative journalism. None. There's no investigative journalism. You fuckers have been cattle shit. I like YouTube, what they turned it into. YouTube is a bunch of fuckers sitting around with Atkins accounts who fucking take a story or dig in and find something, and then they just re-report a story, you know, all over, and they just spin it. Give me dogma or give me death. The United States, and they're dug in. They cannot see through their Trumpette versus Obamacare blinders. They've been social engineered. There's no investigative journalism. There's zero. Zero. Because it's a bunch of lazy, apathetic fuck. I mean, you sit around fucking in your, you know, house. Nobody does any fucking activism. Nobody does any. And then I love the so-called activism. What do? They fucking, they look for a low-lying fruit to pick. That's all they do. Low-lying fruit. Beautiful. They've done a good job fixing this one up. So, what's it named? I knew Mariner Eccles personally. You tell people, well, the Federal Reserve named the Mariner Eccles. He called himself the Great Socialist. But go see. My robber, he called his own father a robber baron. Then Ayn Rand Greenspan takes the Fed. For the rest is history. Here's the faults we'll see in Utah. They're bringing in nuclear waste, fucking annihilating this state. And I talk to these guys all the time. Protect wild Utah. All they do is set up a table and cherry pick. They don't do any activism. They don't show up at anything. I mean, play back the tape. I'm in the Capitol. They're not there. You know, the greatest environmental fucking nightmare, fucking nuclearism. This is the greatest Ponzi scheme in human. Oh, it's bigger than a Ponzi scheme. This is the greatest. Remember, Jeff Rummelt, CEO of General Electric, was inside the Situation Room consulting fucking Obama. Now remember, when they sent in the U.S. Reagan, they knew. John Holden's all words. We knew by 1:43 p.m. March 11th, these were full blown out meltdowns. They just lied. Later that night, can we send the Reagan in? They knew there were meltdowns. And Cartwright, yeah, the Joint Chief of Staff, going to be the Marine who got found guilty, was sent to prison. Obama pardoned. You know, what did Trump say to Barr, to Manafort, to Flynn, who all work for the Nuclear Energy Syndicate, all GE, they all work for all the Mueller investigation goes down the rabbit hole, stops. Who did 8-8, you know, we got a bomb going off there in Floor Construction right now. We got an SMR, which Utah's funding them right here. Well, that's who's funding it. What did he say? Now think about this. Flynn, who's he working for in Ukraine? The Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate, GE, Floor Construction, SMRs. Who was Manafort working for? Nuclear Energy. How come we get to that and we always stop? Because they're the untouchables. They run the world. The greatest criminal enterprise in human history, bar none. They have mass murder. They killed the Pacific Ocean. They built the reactors for Fukushima, Japan. They cheated. So, you know, the case John Edwards is refiled for the Reagan sailors who are all fucking dropping like flies dead is against GE. I told him to his face, you guys are going to keep wait till GE's bankrupt. Oh, they're on the verge. They're going bankrupt. It's only a matter of fucking time. He called it right. He said Enron, WorldCom, and what was the third one he used? Enron, WorldCom, and one of the other big fucking looters, all rolled in one. GE. And this is just on the financial end. Billions and trillions of looting and robbing and thieving. I mean, this is the greatest criminal enterprise in history. I mean, GE is the Jeffrey Epstein of... And by the way, Jeffrey Epstein, my God. Why can't you arrest the people that beat him to death? Why aren't you arresting the guards and the warden? It's coming out now. He had a broken neck, they beat him to fucking death. Who did that? Well, look at the people's names. You know, Trump's name was on there. I like how you guys are still saying Trump against fucking Hillary. Trump and Bill Clinton used to go to Epstein Island together. I mean, they found Maxwell at the In-N-Out Burger in L.A. Think about that. By the way, E.O. Wattis's wife was Brigham Young's daughter, the MoMA in San Francisco, the Phyllis Wattis MoMA. That's her house. I know the air, Desiree. I told her right to her face. She pulled my research PhD at the university, Wattis Construction, where I taught, #1 school of business in the country I taught. She pulled my funding. I said, I'll be your worst nightmare. We're the #1 school of business in the country when I taught there. I went to the Wattis School of Art. By the way, there's some of my plasterwork from way, way, way back. I restored that for that guy. I got fucking 10,000 of them. Whoa. Whoa. What a story. Gee, the nuclear... Remember, I was given 2 months to live. Kevin Blanch versus the nuclear energy company, the greatest fight in human history. They've hired trolls, PR firms. I could prove it. I never got a lawyer stepped up to help me. Never got a publicist stepped up. Never got anybody. You know, my own government, the nuclear energy, hired PR trolls to try to kill me. That's an unarguable fact. Mike Lee kicks me off Medicaid. Mike Lee got caught sneaking the Italian waste in the energy solution dump sites. Oh, my dad's a downwinder. After his dad died young. Same with Governor Herbert. He lies to me. Oh, I won't let this nuclear waste come in here, Kevin. Oh, he lets it in. What a dirtbag. They're all in. It's the Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate Club. And they all trying to get in it. Including Mitt fucking Grassy Mountain Romney. It's not from here. Whoa. Whoa. Fukushima should have been the end. Chernobyl should have been the end. How about 8/8 that's going on right now? You see any media? Because we don't have Igor in his helicopter to get a picture. We don't have fucking, you know, the 2 scientists who broke ranks and fucking stuck their neck out. You've seen the movie. That movie's accurate as hell. By the way, 2 years later, on that anniversary, he's put a gun in his mouth and blew his head off. You know, that's what they do to us as whistleblowers, as activists. Who's Kevin Blanch? I'm the 1984 Philadelphia Stars. Who's that? Probably the greatest football team in fucking history. Who did they beat? That fucking overrated piece of shit, Herschel Walker. God, most overrated athlete in fucking history, Herschel Walker. The New Jersey Generals. Donald fucking Trump, fucking, who invented the term. If you owe the bank a little bit of money, you got a problem. If you owe the banks a lot of money, they got a problem. The greatest fucking fake, look at the hair. The greatest fake in human history, Donald Trump. Second greatest fake in human history, Barack Obama. Whitey from Kansas, mother named Stanley. See, they had you. I can't believe it. They pulled this off. Well, when they stole the election in 2000, that's an arguable fact, and nobody resisted. Operation Foxconn News, who is the Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate. It's imperialism. And you guys go along. Not me. Kevin Blanch versus the nuclear, the greatest fight. Remember, I was given 2 months to live with AML leukemia. Now think about the timing of that. By the way, E.O. Wattis died of AML leukemia 3 days after he got the contract to build Hoover Dam, jumping up in his wheelchair. These are the sick bastards that they are. Death for dogma. Death for dogma. Give me dogma or give me death. The United States of America, you need to learn to speak American. America Masbucci, the fucking mass murderer map maker, he spoke Italiano, Bravo, and fucking Spanish. The fucking invaders who slaughtered this fucking place. The capitulation was Fukushima. And General Electric is Fukushima. You know people they've killed? Remember I was due to speak at Zakati in fall of 20. I had the whole field, The PR firms, the attacks on me by the nuke. I mean, I can prove it. PR firms, run right out of them. I proved it. I tracked it down myself. I had to teach myself to be an ITG. So anonymous? Come much, not so anonymous. The Untouchables. The greatest criminal enterprise in human history versus Kevin Blanche. Kevin D. Blanche. PhD, the greatest PhD in human versus the nuclear energy. For Kevin reached into his bag and he pulled out the stone and he slung the fucking stone. And it struck the fucking nuclear fucking energy giant in his head. And it bedded in his forehead. And he fell to the earth and radiated the earth for time and knowledge. Read the rest of the fucking scripture. Read the fucking rest. Well, I'm an Old Testament guy. And I like in Israel how they're so, the Jewish community, the Zion King wannabes, they're so far away from the first test, from the Old Testament. It's unbelievable. I mean, they commit murder, you know. How about the Christian community here? They're so far away from the true story of Javak and Jesus. I mean, and everybody's Obamacans versus Trumpets. Give me dogma or give me death. Sickos. Orwell couldn't make it up. Not me. You want to be hypnotized if you want to be hypnotized. Same